Definitely a great map for both players. Rapha perhaps more famed for his strength here, and he's going to get that start with the Mega Health, the yellow as well, and he's going to be looking for the weapons. He needs the lightning gun or the railgun. There's the rail. Got some good long-range, mid-range options now, but going to finish off that tool belt with that pickup of the LG as soon as it's convenient. There it is.
This really is DaHanG's pressure moment. He's got to start well, otherwise Rapha will just ease his way to a 2-0. Nice rail from DaHanG, and that will just dent Rapha as he jumps away. DaHanG, in fact, both players pretty evenly matched for Elfin Armor at this point, and DaHanG's been able to at least not start like he did in the last.
Yeah, and Mega's up. DaHanG's going to grab that, but the cost is very great. Rapha catching him completely off guard. 3 damage raining in there from the lightning gun of Rapha, as now DaHanG has to back away, try to avoid him. He cannot risk an engagement right now. He needs to find something more suitable, get some more armor, but look at that. Rapha's ready for it. He drops for the red, but Rapha, it was in his plan. That was the bait, it was the trap set and executed by Rapha now as he puts on the pressure again. DaHanG going to drop that rocket launcher, and I cannot believe he actually got away with that. Rapha a little bit sloppy, but it doesn't really matter. Rapha picked up the Mega. He's going to be trying to find his way back onto DaHanG right now. The red will be spawning, and he doesn't need to drop for it, but he's going to do it anyway.
Shots coming across, rail landed or not there by DaHanG, and the rail's going to play a big factor in this. It's the almighty equalizer that DaHanG, if he just finds his form with that rail, can power his way back in. He's only 1 frag down, 2 minutes played as he goes cautiously around this map. Rockets up, Rapha, can he convert? No, it'll be Rapha, in fact, that lands that rail back onto DaHanG. DaHanG escapes, he's got 100 points of health, and is leading with a rocket onto Rapha there.
Yeah, that was pretty nice, and it's all about that 1 frag for Rapha. If he gets another frag, momentum can be unleashed on this new freshly spawning player, but DaHanG with a lot of damage here. Rapha really caught out, and that was so much such an efficient engagement there from DaHanG. It's absolutely what he was looking for, and can he just close? He's got to close. Rapha's looking weak for the first time in this toxicity game, and DaHanG needs to get onto him. He can't let him escape. There's a lot of damage back and forth here as DaHanG does a quick little hop there with that rocket, and he just can't connect. Rapha will escape with his life and the Mega. I can't believe it. That was a missed opportunity, but DaHanG is not done just yet.
No, he's not, and he's going charging, collects the yellow. Rockets coming in from Rapha, and you can tell Rapha, right on the defensive at this moment in time, does not want to give a cheap frag away. And for DaHanG, that was his opportunity, but here he's got Rapha cornered, drops down 2-3 rockets. Can he follow it up? Rapha, though, senses the opportunity to escape. Great rail coming in from DaHanG, still not enough. One more will do it, and he just can't finish off.
No. And then, he does hit one last one, leaving DaHanG on 12 points of health. But the Mega will be there to save him, unless Rapha appears. And there he is, he does appear just in time, but the rail from DaHanG saves the Mega, saves his life, and nets him one more frag on the board. The aggression piling onto Rapha as he tries to take that red armor. But DaHanG will have to back away, knows when not to bite off too much more than he can chew. But look at that angle, 1 HP. And this is just fantastic work. DaHanG coming back in style in this game. It was tough on the start, but he made it happen.
That double rail from DaHanG after picking up that frag was the moment of quality that separates a champion from a not. That was what got him the opportunity to then race into a 4-1 lead. He's followed up with another rail onto DaHanG here, onto Rapha here, and now will escape. Rapha on the run for the first time in this game.
Yeah.
Map 1 was all Rapha, and map 2 now, DaHanG is setting the pace and chasing down for another frag. Rockets come in, good LG coming from Rapha though.
Oh my goodness.
Back on the board he goes.
Unbelievable. I was just about to say, DaHanG is just turn the tables completely, but look at this, the aggression is just non-stop from both players, but that is the nature of toxicity. They know they cannot let their opponent get any breathing room at all, because if they do, they'll start running away with things and the momentum will start to come into play. They've got to equalize the momentum. It's got to be back and forth. Otherwise, that swing is not there. Crazy stuff will happen on the scoreboard, and 4-4 now the score as Rapha just clutches that away with that railgun. But he has a lot more work to do. The Mega's up on the spot, and I'm not sure if Rapha realized it, dropping for the red armor. This could be an opportunity for DaHanG here, if he only can realize, but I don't think he can at this point. Oh my god, that rocket was devastating there. DaHanG going for the engagement, and Rapha hits the rail, and the Mega's up on the spot to save him.
16 points of health becomes 116, and DaHanG will chase it down, but without it, he is toast. And suddenly, 4-1 goes to 6-4, and now the chase comes in from DaHanG. 2 points of health left for Rapha. Jumps over towards the 25 bubbles and gets out of there, but DaHanG smells blood, and this is going to go tit for tat for the next 5 minutes. Great rail!
Again, just clutch rail after clutch rail. These guys are so good. And there's DaHanG. Look at the chase onto Rapha. He just gets caught in the back. There's just nothing he can do. And now off the spawn, he's going to get one more. And that's 7-6 here. And it's so back and forth. I half expect Rapha just to pick up a rocket and just destroy DaHanG here because of the switch in this game. It's just repeatedly just going back and forth. But there's Rapha rocket jumping into the acid. Not perhaps the intention, but the result. Nonetheless,
there is no defensive mindedness about either of these two players. If they're in control or not, they will chase out a kill. And Rapha is just taking a rail out there from DaHanG and follow up with the LG to put himself into an 8-5 lead. 3 frags, 4 minutes left to play here, and DaHanG collects the red and will now promptly make his way over towards the Mega, which he should collect.
There it is.
Opposed by Rapha.
Yeah, definitely. And this is not what you can let happen. Rapha became a ghost on toxicity, but look at the stack from DaHanG. It is just incredibly high still. And Rapha's going to go down here surely, but he does just manage to escape. And there is a brilliant rail there, almost bending around the corner is DaHanG as he gets that frag onto Rapha, making it 9-5. And off of that first match, this is definitely what he needed. This is absolutely what he needed to bring his head back into this series. It is just best of 3 though, and DaHanG picks up another yellow. He's got Rapha kind of trapped away in the red armor spot, but he wants to fall back to the Mega before going for that challenge onto Rapha. There are some grenades to set the tone for this fight, and there Rapha goes for the drop onto the red, and DaHanG throwing those rockets down, but he's got to be careful. Rapha, what can he make happen here? Can he escape? DaHanG losing a lot of stack there, but he does fall back onto the yellow. Things are under control for DaHanG, but for how much longer will that last?
Well, an escape rail landed there by Rapha. Rapha thinks he's got a chance. He's going to chase in for another one, but point blank that LG wipes him out. It's now a 5-frag lead, the biggest it's been in this game, and Rapha's aggression only mounts up. He is chasing him down 100 points of health. down to 60 though, landed those final shells and will push on here as he goes looking for him. That plasma just ekes around the corner as Rapha will jump in, collect that yellow, and LG will do nothing, and DaHanG now goes for it. LG to LG. DaHanG is taking a lot of damage. He lost 130 points of health there. Rapha has equally, he's got 100 himself, so he can chase this one out, and maybe it's time for DaHanG for the first time to be a little less aggressive.
And it's such a clutch map. They're both so low all the time. Any shot can do it, and there, DaHanG with the rail to rocket will dispatch his opponent Rapha, as Rapha, with 2 minutes left now, eyes the scoreboard and has to think, my word, this is looking difficult now. I've got to turn things around. I've got to turn up the heat. But with rails like that coming from DaHanG, how is he going to accomplish that? DaHanG right now sitting on 16 points of health, though, is far from an obstacle that Rapha will be unable to accomplish. I think right now, if he can just find his way onto DaHanG, he can make this happen. But these defensive rails just keep Rapha at bay repeatedly.
Yeah, these defensive rails are just DaHanG's get-out-of-jail-free card. He's landed 2 or 3 at any moment that Rapha's trying to come at him, and that's what's allowed him to establish a 6-frag lead, and that's what's allowed him to, at times, take his foot off the pedal and just be defensive when he's needed to. Drops down, rail landed by Rapha that time. LG out from the pair of them now as they chase it in. Rockets chase DaHanG away, and DaHanG takes a risky but successful rocket jump out, and Rapha will have to start again.
Again, that get-out-of-jail-free card. Okay, sure, Rapha got the kill. But as you say, DaHanG left him so low, he's opened up for aggression. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah.
But still, 4 frags for Rapha in a minute. Completely doable. But if DaHanG just keeps Rapha low, he will run out of steam eventually. There's only so much he can do. But DaHanG actually opting to kill himself there in the acid, maybe giving Rapha some hope. But 3 frags, and in fact, Rapha is actually on match point here. And if he can make the impossible happen, and there is the trade, and this is the thing. I mean, a lot of players in these tournaments will go, okay, I'm going to just hold my lead and go defensive. But DaHanG knows that he's playing for that damage, and if he can get enough damage, Rapha just can't go after a certain point. He can't keep going, and that's how DaHanG wants to play it. So far, I think it's working, but still 3 frags, 30 seconds.
Yeah, that last chain exchange cost him 3 frags, and he's got to chase out. DaHanG continues to be defensive as Rapha comes right at him. It's 11-8, as DaHanG will sit back. He's got 14 seconds to ride this one out. Rapha's round the corner with the LG. DaHang's down to 5 points of health and didn't land anything onto him. Rapha now chasing out. Can he find him? No, with 5 seconds he should just be able to wake that out from spawn timers. And DaHanG, by the skin of his teeth, gets through.
Good games call from both players. 11-9 the final score.